live from Tel Aviv in Israel. I know, she told me. Yeah, yes. So we are in Tel Aviv, we're at the Hostages Square, where we have yet another major protest by the families of the hostages, but also some other people as well. You know, it could get political at times, but last time we were here was November 2023, just after when the war started, and obviously things have changed now. It's still continuing. There's a clock which I'm going to show you right behind me, which is showing the exact time, how many days, how many months the hostages have been in captivity in Gaza. Hopefully you can hear me in terms of the microphone and everything else. Let me know in the live chat. I'm just going to show you around, and we're going to go to someone who is the family of one of the survivors. We're going to go to them as well.
שם, על השיטה, היה מונח הספר האחרון שאבי קרא, הכריש. הספר נכתב על ידי מישקו בן דוד, איש מוסד לשעבר. הוא משמש כיום כמעין נבואה. היות והוא מגולל את עלילת הבלהות.
We're just going to go here so you guys see the front, the platform, but then we are going to speak to one of the families of the survivors from the October 7th.
הספר מתאר כיצד חודרים מחבלים לישראל. מישקה בן דוד איננו נביא. הספר מבוסס על הערכה המודיעינית שהייתה קיימת כבר אז, ב-2017. הספר מבוסס...
Right over there is the clock.
במילים אחרות, הכתובת הייתה על הקיר. הרמוז לכם שגם עניין הצוללות מוזכר כאן. היינו תמימים ושמחנו על מי שהיה אמון על ביטחוננו. היינו תמימים כשבצע הכסף השתלט על ערכי המוסר והגיע לידיים הלא נכונות. היינו תמימים, אבל לא עוד. המדינה כשלה בתפקידה להגן על אזרחיה וגבולותיה. חובתה של המדינה לתקן. זה הרגע שבו יש להשיב את בנינו הביתה לפני הכל. כצעד מוסרי, ערכי ובונן למען חברה טובה יותר וצודקת יותר ולמען תקומתה של מדינת ישראל.
As I said, we're just going to go. We have one of the families of the survivors from October 7th who is now going to be here with us, speaking to us.
מדינת ישראל במחדל חסר תקדים והפקרה מתמשכת יצרה את השואה השנייה שלו במחטף חיים בביתו ולרצח בעזה.
When I go in there, because obviously they're going to be speaking on that side, let me know if the microphone that I have on me, if it's not good enough, because I think you can hear me, but if somebody else speaks, you might not be able to. So let me know in the comment section immediately if you can't hear them. So what I'll find a solution. Let's just quickly go in. Okay, we're just going in here. We have to get permission to film here. We're gonna be meeting them in this room. Oh, that side. Okay, so as I said, let me know. I think they're still waiting. The protest on the outside. Yes, thank you. There we go. Is it okay if I put this on you, the microphone?
Oh yeah, I'm only speaking for 1 minute. But
yes.
Shelley will be speaking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes. Okay, so guys.
I'm Rebecca. I work with the Hostages Families Forum.
Stay with me.
Provide everything a hostage family member needs to take care of their own needs and also to help them fight for their loved ones to come back from captivity. So since October 7th,
Sorry, guys, one second.
hostages have, they found themselves in a terrible situation, and the Hostages Families Forum was created to help them with financial aid, with housing if they were evacuated, with psychological services, with legal services, and also with everything they could need for the fight. So marketing, international
Right,
PR,
so I guess.
local PR, delegations, diplomacy.
Okay, so
We have
just
a
stay
team of
with me
former
1 second.
ambassadors who opens doors for the hostage families, for governments and important people
The
all
next
around the world.
person speaking.
We send family members all over the place to speak to people, to tell them their story, to help put pressure on their governments, to put pressure on our governments to release the hostages. So I'm very
Don't worry, the next person is the main person.
Shelley Siegel.
So just hold it for us.
Luckily, Shelley has 3 family members who were hostages, and luckily all 3 have now returned.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to time us?
Oh yeah,
or-
just like Shelley will spend how many?
Like,
5,
just-
10 minutes?
Okay. How do we want to do this? Would you like to ask questions, or would you like me
It
to?
would be great to hear about the story and everything you enjoyed, and then maybe some
Do you want to quickly know what all these people do?
Yeah.
Not
that-
individually, but
No,
I mean
that'll be
why
good.
we're here.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll be great.
So after October the 7th, lots of people were doing different things. Margarita was out on her own, counter-protesting against the big demos. You know, lots of people doing different stuff. And then 2 main campaigns were set up. One called Stop the Hate, and the other one is our campaign, Our Fight. And we go and counter-protest.
I read that. Yeah, it's like.
And so everybody here has been out counter-protesting against the large demos. They've also done things for Emily Damari, for example, been to the football matches, the Spurs games, letting off balloons, for the BBC babies, letting off balloons in Trafalgar Square. So they're all activists, basically. They're the kind of they're these people in London, So they would love to hear.
Okay. So on the 7th of October, we heard a siren and banging at the door. It was our son, wife, and 2 children that live above us. I live on a kibbutz, number 1. Above, I just mean like in front of us. And they came rushing inside, and we went into. Oh,
A
okay.
bit closer in, maybe?
Yeah. Thanks. So we went into our safe room and waited the 10 minutes. And I remember when we built the room, they told us that if there is ever a siren or there's bombs or whatever, do not close the door. Because what was happening down in the south, when they were closing the door, too many people were having their eardrums, because of the explosion, so their eardrums were like also bursting. So who knew that, we couldn't really close the doors anyway. So immediately my husband, that's Lee, phones his brother, which we're always in contact with one another to find out what's going on. Is everybody safe? And he didn't answer the phone, so we phoned our sister-in-law. And she said, yeah, everything's okay, don't worry, we'll keep in touch. So our son went home, and of course the sirens kept going on, and we phoned Aviva again, and then after a while we lost, contact. And we tried to find, what goes through your mind? Either the battery died, or they've gone to sleep, or who knows what. Anyway, after a couple of hours, we heard that Keith and Aviva were both taken. We even have pictures, like eventually we were sent pictures of them in his car. They were taken over the border with the neighbor and 2 children. And there we are. Like, what do we do? Like, what is going on? We had it was just like this helpless feeling of like, wait a minute, where's the army and where is everybody? Like, what is going on? Anyway, so I'm cutting a long story short and everything. So immediately, I would say a couple of days afterwards, the people of this amazing country got together, this mate, and they were the ones that were supporting us in terms of, you know, what was going on. We had no idea, like, what to do, how to behave. It was just like, it was like heart-wrenching. Lee, my husband, was like, I don't know, I mean, we were all like just walking around in like this, where are we, what are we doing? And sorry, going back to that day, my nephew was also on the kibbutz, and he was in his room, in his safe room, and only a day later the army came and they took him out. And he was actually saved because the terrorists used the bottom of his house and around his house to store all their ammunition. So that saved him. So eventually Aviva came back, and she told us that they were moved 13 times. They were with other people, they were in houses, they were in tunnels. And then, you know, about no water, no food. But what she did say, which we learned when Keith came back, that Keith was amazing, because every day when they woke up, he would remind everybody what day it is, what we're thankful for. It can be like, you know, I'm thankful I woke up today on my 2 feet. I'm thankful that I can still see, or that we're not down in the tunnels. It was, yeah, he was. And then, like, when they were moved from one place to another, they were always dressed up appropriately. They either walked or they went in cars, and they were told that there is no Israel left. We've demolished the whole of Israel. We've killed everyone on the kibbutzim, and if you do get out, you're going to go to Europe, like, or America. Maybe America will take you. Keith kept telling Aviva, you are not telling anyone that I'm an American citizen, because they might take me first, you know, let me go, and then you'll have to stay behind. So that was never like discussed. When, as soon as Aviva got home, I think she was home like maybe a week and a half, she started her journey like all over, traveling and talking to people about what they went through, and we just have to bring everybody home. You know, it's just can't continue like this. It broke, I mean, there's such a, everything was broken. You know, it's like there was just about, there's so many families that have been like affected one way or another, and it's just like it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. When Keith came home, he before he came home, it was they sent a movie. It was on TV, and it was just before Passover, and he started talking and he started crying, and I was actually relieved, because that's my Keith. Keith is a sensitive person, and when he talks to you, he looks at you and you know that he is with you. You know that he's listening to you, and you know that he cares about every single word that you are telling, that you telling him, and that he wants you to understand what he's trying to tell you. He remembers the dates of places that he was. He listened to TV and radio a couple of times. Thank goodness he heard that his son was alive through an interview that one of his daughters had. And he said, yeah, the interview was on this and this radio at this time and on this date. And Ilan said, Abba, I don't think so. I think you're wrong with the date. So he says, fine, go and find out. And he was right. He was just amazing. And 2 months before he came home, he was moved 33 times. He was with people, he was without people. He's like 2 months before he came back, he decided he's becoming a vegan. So it wasn't really hard. I mean, there wasn't that much food. But then, and why did he decide that? Is it because before that they started feeding them, what would you call it? It's like spam. You know spam? But it was the most ridiculous color, he said. But they were actually amazing because they kept trying to change the shape of the spam. You know, they would like make it in little balls and fry it for them, or like they would make little omelets, or like, so there were some decent people that were with them. But you know, they were given medication. He has high blood pressure. He was given medication. Aviva had a problem. She's got a problem with her thyroid. She was given medication. And also, I think like she couldn't sleep, or she was like nervous, and they gave her anxiety medication. I mean, it's like, it's very strange. And then one time, you know, some guy brought Keith glasses because he cannot see very well without reading glasses. And so before they got the glasses, they would, one person that was with him would cut his nails. They would like, and you just sit and you listen to these stories and you say like, what the dickens is going on? It's like, where, what, how? It's just can't put your, you know, it's like just really, really hard to. Anyway, so Keith is back, and as well, as soon as Keith got back, the second day he apologized for what we have gone through, and he said, how do I help bring everybody home? And in less than a month, well, yeah, he's hardly been home. He's been to the States twice. He just came back from Poland, and I think he's going to New York again to go and talk there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should. This is the national anthem. I suppose we should stand. No, I don't think you can. The alarm will go on. Do you want to guess? Ah.
No, 42
man.
yeah.
A landsman.
Yeah, I can't speak Afrikaans very well because I'm Greek. But when I heard your voice, I got shivers.
I had a lot of Greek friends.
Yeah, I grew up in Joburg.
Where though?
Well, I lived before I came here in Killarney, near Rosebank.
I lived in Northcliffe.
Oh my word, we're so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I went to the Notre Park School, Johannesburg Girls High in Korea.
Okay, so I went to Northcliffe.
Oh, please. But your accent is the first word you said.
I try and cover it, but. Oh. Sorry.
This week in Tousi. There we go. All right, guys, I'm just going to show you outside quickly, and I'll come back in. Hang on. So, just give me a second. I'm just going to show you the outside bit. Got to put this back on. See what I have to do? See? Every time. Alright guys, let's just quickly show you this side. Then I'm going to explain for those of you who joined late. I'll come back in 1 second. Alright, so look at this crowd. This is the regular Saturday protests in Tel Aviv, as you can see. Over there we showed you earlier. There's a clock, which actually you can't see from this. You have the relatives, families of survivors and hostage, but you also have a lot of the more left-wing, liberal Tel Aviv Israelis as well. A lot of the people, some of them are here who just really oppose Netanyahu's government. But you still have a lot of other people who are not really left-wing, and this has just become a ritual every Saturday, almost every Saturday, obviously, at the Hostages Square. They gather here to remind everybody else in the country of what's actually happening in regards to the hostages in Gaza. Obviously, for those of you who've been following this channel over the last 2-3 days since we've been here, we were in Jerusalem, went to the so-called West Bank, the Palestinian Authority, so that's the Judea and Samaria. We went to the Palestinian Authority side, went to obviously Jaffa earlier. I did a live stream from Jaffa. Then in the next few days, there is a conference we're going to go to with the Prime Minister, Netanyahu. And then afterwards, we're going to go to the south. We're going to go close to Gaza. We are working things to go inside Gaza. We're going to do a live stream from Gaza, but also the Nova Memorial. That's where the Nova Music Festival happened, and many who were unfortunately killed and taken as hostage. So that's what's going to be the next few days as part of this trip on Tousi TV. Cheryl says something blew up in Iran. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wonder if we have done any updates on any topic, if you go on the main channel, go on YouTube, go on the live tab, we've already done a live update on what's happened in Iran. We've already done a live update on the latest from India and Pakistan, and the protests in London. So feel free to go check out those updates, which we've already done, and then we'll keep you guys posted on everything else. So now I'm just gonna go find out what's going on here, and then actually let's just hang on 1 second. Come with me. I forgot to show you the other side while we're here. Actually, I'm just going to show you the other side of the gathering, this protest. The one good thing about Tel Aviv is that whether you're left wing or right wing, you still carry the Israeli flag because it's the flag of your country, as opposed to what you see in the West, for example, in the UK or Germany, where the left-wingers don't like the flag of their own country. Even though some of these people are politically more liberal, left-wing, anti-Netanyahu, but most of them still believe, they still carry the flag anyway. There is this section I wanted to show you before we go to the other side. This is someone said, Terrence said network is poor in Israel. Somehow my internet connection is absolutely terrible, both in Jerusalem and in Israel. Although here it makes sense, because I remember last year when I was here, the internet was terrible, because when there's a big crowd, it's natural for the internet to get weaker. But something wrong with my SIM, my phone. I don't know what's going on. My network. I don't know if those guys. There were a group of people I wanted to show you. I think they might have gone somewhere else, unfortunately. Oh no. Okay, so this is there's food stands, which I'm a little bit starving, so I'm gonna have to get some food while we're here, and obviously other things as well. But it's just that side. The other good thing right now about tonight in Tel Aviv is that the weather is absolutely beautiful, despite everything that's going on. It's just the perfect temperature, actually. Let me just check. It's 19 degrees, but there's a bit of a breeze, which kind of helps. Let's go this side. I'm going to go back to our group. Also, the sad news is that obviously for those of you who watch this channel, we do get accused of being funded by Mossad. I am still waiting for my check from Mossad. If anybody is watching this from Mossad, can you send me the payment? I don't want to do this for free. What are you doing? Pay me. No, still no payment from Mossad, unfortunately. It's okay. Right, let's take you back in. I might go to the Mossad headquarters, knock on the door and say, "Oi, where's my money?" We found the CEO of Tousi TV and my fiance, Danielle, Terry, and also Naz, my sister, and also senior producer. Where's my bag?
I've got it on my
Oh,
bag.
right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go find something to eat. I might